Hi, this is Paul Sackett, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Tom Watson. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hey, Paul. Thanks for having me on.
Well, see the awesome trailer for book number 3 on the videos page, and then there's this dog. It looks like a stick dog. What do you mean stick dog? What is a stick dog?
That's the main character in this series. There are 3 books in the Stick Dog series. And Stick Dog got his name because I don't draw very well. You know how you draw stick people with a circle for a head and lines for arms and legs? I draw stick dogs. They're pretty, some people would say bad drawings, but I like to call them primitive.
Did you invent IBM also? I think it was Tom Watson that invented
Yes,
IBM.
That's true, and I'm also a professional golfer.
Unbelievable. You can draw, you can run a big company, and you can hit a ball.
Right.
Tom, you're okay. So now you reach out to middle graders and to people like me, because this is the way I sort of semi-draw, because of why? Why are you doing this stuff?
Well, I really like this audience because it appeals to kids who are moving from picture books to chapter books. And the books are highly illustrated, the Stick Dog series, and it makes it really easy for the kids to keep turning the page. But the Stick Dog books are really about the laughs. I really believe that if kids are laughing, they're going to keep on reading, and that's really what the books are all about. Each book is a different quest for a different kind of food because the dogs are strays and they don't have humans who can take care of them. So each book is how do they get to the next food source.
Food, that sounds like me. I go through the whole day thinking of what's the next food source. And so, like, what kind of food are we talking about here for this dog? And we have something called pet food stamps for people that don't have food for their pets.
Right.
It's food stamps if anybody needs help. So what kind of food are we talking about? Well, this looks like a burger.
These dogs get a taste for human food, for generally not the healthiest food in the world. They like hamburgers in the first book, hot dogs in the second, and the third book, which just came out about a month ago, is about pizza. And once they discover those flavors, or maybe in the first book they smelled some hamburgers grilling at a nearby park, once they sort of get a whiff of that, the journey is on, the quest is on to try and get the food.
Aha, very popular foods, right?
Yeah, totally.
So tell us, how about you? What food do you pursue? How do you get to pursue it? What's your background to do these things?
I pursue all those foods, unfortunately. I should pursue more salads, frankly.
You can have salads with them, you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. The Stick Dog idea, I guess, really started with my own kids when they were about 8 and 9. I had sketched this little dog at the kitchen table, and they kind of made fun of my drawing. They said, that's not even a dog, that's a stick dog. And that's actually how he got his name. And we were having hamburgers for dinner that night, and they wanted me to tell a story about Stick Dog. And the first book is about a search for hamburgers. And I told them a story over a series of nights, and they really liked it. And I was like, I think I better write this down. I think this might have a chance to be successful.
Aha, well, congratulations. It's wonderful.
Thanks.
Now, listen, I want to ask you a question. Take a quiz. Can you tell me some of the answers before I take the quiz on your website?
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
You got a lot of interesting things on this website. Read about the books, play a video game. What kind of video game is it?
The video game is hilarious. It's Stick Dog shoots out of a cannon and tries to get squirrels in a tree. It's really fun to play, and my son, Jacob, is way better at it than I am. But you might want to turn the music down after about 2 minutes, because it can get a little bit annoying after a while.
Now, listen, I don't understand this. There used to be something called Find Waldo, I think it was called. I see something here called Find Tom. What does that mean?
Oh, that just means where I'll be making appearances or visiting schools or that kind of stuff. And you can send requests through the email there to see if I can get to schools. It's one of my favorite things to do. Whenever I go to a school, I talk about the books, of course, but we also do Stick Dog drawing lessons. And I teach the kids that if you shove together a rectangle, a couple of circles, and some triangles, all of a sudden you can get a stick dog. And it's amazing, really. Even with the little guys, even kindergartners and first graders, I find that they're really surprised when they look at the paper when we're done and go, holy mackerel, I actually drew all the dogs in the book, and that's a really rewarding experience for me. In fact, there's some.
I have a question. In addition to that, I'm a grandpa, but we're very involved with world peace, and we are doing an event on September 21st coming up, and this is a big part of the reason why I really wanted to talk to you, Tom.
Certainly.
In addition to your wonderful book, our peace event is for children and grandchildren on the environment and War No More and things like that. All about peace. What do you think the climate is out there with the young people as far as living and being peaceful?
You know, I think kids need that kind of messaging more and more today than they ever have before, and I congratulate you on your efforts. That's terrific. One of the things, this is maybe a bit of a stretch, but one of the things that I really try and get across in the Stick Dog books is Stick Dog is really the brains of the outfit. The other 4 dogs are really not that bright. But it's Stick Dog's job to sort of let his friends know that even though their ideas are not that bright, to put it politely, they still can contribute to their efforts, to the quest, to what they're trying to accomplish. A lot of books in this genre can get a little snarky, and that's not really what Stick Dog is about. It's about companionship, trust, problem solving, and how you be a good friend. And I think, this appeals to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders mainly, but I think that kind of messaging is really important and contributes to a more peaceful world.
Beautifully stated. 2 more questions, 2 last questions. First one, what's good news for Tom? What's good news for you?
Good news for me is that it'll stop raining in Chicago and I can go for a run outside. That would be wonderful right now.
You can run in the rain. Second one, what is peace for you?
What is peace for me? Peace for me is family. It has always been family. Whether we're talking about Stick Dog or whether we're talking about helping kids with homework at after dinner or that kind of stuff, I think if we think very hard about our primary family and how we're raising our children, I think that is going to have a long-term effect with how the world evolves.
Well stated, Tom. Really great to get an opportunity to speak with you, share your good thoughts, which are many, and I really appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks, Paul. You're doing great work.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.